What is up, everybody? Chewy89 coming at you today with another One Piece chapter review, and this time it's One Piece chapter 1054. And my God, Oda just came back with a banger. Like, this chapter is absolutely amazing. I mean, what a way to come back. I feel like this 1 month long break of One Piece has taken forever. It feels like it's been years since we've been given a One Piece chapter, and like he just comes back with this. Like, this chapter is just off the wall. Crazy. So much happened in this chapter. Let's get into this, guys. If you guys can do me a favor, dislike down below, comment down below, give me your thoughts on this chapter. Subscribe to the channel. We'll have more One Piece content coming up. And yeah, man, just definitely comment down below because we got a lot. There's a lot to cover here. First off, Green Bull is here, coming to Wano and doing his thing. That's where we left off from the last chapter from last month. He's walking towards the flower capital, and, people are celebrating, having a wonderful time and all that stuff. And, there's this menace Green Bull that's on his way to, wreck shit, basically, and to get Straw Hat Luffy and basically, end his life, basically, and stop this whole thing from going on. So as he's approaching, the samurai, I believe, sensed his presence and felt like he was on his way. And from there, we get Denjiro, we get, Arashi, Nekomamushi, the other samurai, the fishman is there. And you have the two ninjas, Shinobu and the other ninjas that are there. So they're there to stop Green Bull. And then from here, we finally get some dialogue from Green Bull, and we're starting to understand his character a lot. He's all about justice and hierarchies and like order. You know what I mean? That's what I got from this character. He's all about order. He's all about stability. He's all about having a hierarchy and just like, okay, we're at the top here. Everybody else is getting down here. And that's how we maintain order with law and order. And that's what he's about. And now I know why Akainu likes this guy. Like, Akainu's all about true justice and all that stuff. This guy's all about pretty much the same thing, except that he likes like an order of it. You know what I mean? Like, he likes, like, there's a top and then there's a bottom, there's a mid and all that stuff. It's more organized that way. So we do get into that, and then from here, we find out his fruit is the forest fruit. He's a forest man, and he uses nature incarnate. You know what I mean? Like, it basically rivals the season. All this stuff. All these trees are coming up. Kind of reminds me of Yamato from Naruto, by the way, and it gives me those vibes, right? And and it's a really cool ability. I really like what's being done here with it. It doesn't seem like it's a carbon copy of the ability. You know what I mean? We haven't seen it fully what he could do, but it gives me those vibes, and it looks really cool. And as he's like, the forest is coming up or whatever, you see like fists or whatnot, just ready to punch people. He's just going crazy. And he also talks about prejudice breeding stability and like humanity being on top and all that stuff. And that's the other thing we got to talk about too. So like, it seems like to me, like back in the day, the ancient kingdom had like all these different races of people, and they were just all together on a country or continent or whatever, or it's either that or everyone had their own land and they were all separate and no one was governed by anybody. And like, the humans, whoever thought, at some point were like, no, this isn't, we should bring everything together and like put everything under the world government. We can control everything, and we can have order, basically. It seems like the humans had that mindset, and like back in the day, the other races weren't like that. They were just like separated and just wanted to control their own land, and that is it. They didn't want to be ruled under one umbrella. So that's what I'm getting from Green Bull there, right? I'm getting a little bit of insight into the Marines and their mentality, and like maybe what the people had 800 years ago when the war happened and we had the Void Century. So that's a little bit of insight into, things to come, right? Maybe that's basically just what happened back then. And then from there, Yamato shows up, of course, hits Green Bull in the head, and then tells him that he's Kaido's son. And of course, he's shocked because he probably didn't even know Kaido had a kid at all, which is big news, by the way. Kaido has a kid, and I mean, Kaido's ridiculously strong, and Yamato could potentially be a threat like that in the future. So then Momonosuke shows up, tries to do the Blast Breath. Of course, he hasn't fully mastered his ability yet. And of course, he's shocked to see a pink dragon because he's never seen it before. But I don't think he knows that this is Vegapunk's devil fruit that he worked on and successfully made another dragon fruit, a copy off of Kaido's fruit, which is the fish fruit. And this is a sight for him to behold, too. So, like, this is information that's going to go back to Vegapunk and, to figure out that he actually made a legit devil fruit. Like, Momonosuke is like this thing where, an experiment that went right, right? Like what went right with Momonosuke's devil fruit versus everyone else's that didn't work, right? So from here, Yamato, Momonosuke, and you could just see the character development for Momonosuke as he's growing over this arc. Like he's just going he's going up heads up against an admiral, right? And Kid Momonosuke wouldn't do that, right? Like he, before everything ended and before he became the emperor or whatever, the Shogun of Wano, he wouldn't do that. Now he's doing it. Now he's going up and protecting his people and just trying to halt this person from getting the Luffy, right? Because we don't need this guy getting here. So from there, of course, that didn't last long, right? Yeah, Momonosuke got done up a little bit, and then from there, just whatever, he's trapped, and then right now, that's where that battle stands at this point in time with Green Bull. And it seems like to me he's not trying to help out Wano, by the way. Like that's what it seems like to me. It seems like he's all about wrecking face here and just being done here with all this stuff. Then we cut to the hypest, in my opinion, the hypest part of this chapter, which red-haired Shanks is outside of Wano right now with his ship ready to meet Luffy. We've been waiting 25 years for Shanks to get here and do something and to finally meet up with Luffy and to finally do whatever he's been meaning to do this entire time, right? And they say Luffy's became a great pirate. You know what I'm saying? He's an emperor now. So from here, Shanks is just ready to like get together with this kid and just complete whatever goal he wants to complete. Now, does this mean from here, since Shanks is here, does that also mean that Blackbeard's on his way too, and we finally get those two? But I don't think that's going to happen now. I think what's going to happen now is he is going to meet Luffy first, and I think Shanks and Blackbeard clash later. That's just me. So they're on the ship. They're having a conversation. We see Lucky Roo. We see Yasop. We see Ben Beckman. We see the crew here. And, they're all talking about Luffy and how successful he's been. And Yasop's talking about meeting Usopp finally after all these years. He doesn't know what to say to him. This will be a nice moment for Wano if Shanks could get on the island. This would be dope. And I think Shanks might be the key here to stop Green Bull, to be honest with you. I think he goes there, maybe finds a way to get Green Bull off the island or just beats him or something. I don't know. We can see what happens there. I think he might be the key to this whole thing with Green Bull. And, of course, Shanks is being, is reminiscing about everything. We finally see him attacking a ship for the rubber fruit, right? And, of course, here's the thing that you got to notice. Like, the government, they knew this fruit was special, but, the higher-ups knew. Everybody else did. Everybody was like, this is just an average fruit. Who the hell wants this? And you're starting to get that vibe, like, they were trying to keep this on the hush-hush so anybody didn't know what this did or what this really entailed. And, just to show, like, how special the fruit truly is and what it could possibly do. So that's really interesting to see. Like, the rest of the Marines have no idea. And CP9 was on board. Of course, Who's Who was there. We do know that. So we do see a younger Who's Who as well on the ship. And then from there, he attacks the ship. And then from there, he goes to the port. A lot of people are theorizing that he went to to this place because Ace was there, and to give this fruit to Ace. But he ended up meeting Luffy instead. We know the story. Luffy ate the fruit. He got his arm bitten off. For the future, right? The next wave of pirates and all that stuff. So we got a cool flashback, but it's more fleshed out now because we can finally see him what he did before he got to East Blue. So then from there. We are hearing, and we're hearing some chatter between the crewmates and all that stuff, and they're talking about, hey, how does he know Luffy? They're hearing these rumors as a rampaging demon monkey and all this stuff, and we get some stuff here from Shanks. Like Shanks is like, I'm not here to have a reunion, and of course, he says, don't remember what happened in our own backyard. The Bartolomeo in a side cover took over a territory from Shanks. So it seems like Shanks has an issue with that and is like, listen, one of your guys took my territory. I can't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure he knows this wasn't under Luffy's orders, but he can't have that. He's still an Emperor of the Sea. Shanks does drop that. So that's a thing there too. And they also do mention that Kid is here as well and that he has a beef with Kid, right? Kid has a beef with Shanks. I'm sorry, because in the 2-year time skip during that time frame, Kid tried to go after Shanks and then Shanks cut off his arm. So then from there, he's having a drink with Ben Beckman. And it seems like him and Ben Beckman share some information with each other. And they talk about things because he seems to be confident sitting down having a conversation with Ben and talking about him claiming the treasure of the One Piece. So Shanks' goal this entire time was getting the One Piece. And he knew that fruit was probably the key to whatever and to get there. And he knows Luffy is the key to get there too. So it seems like Shanks has his own agendas with the One Piece. And there's a lot. Shanks is looking kind of, a little shady here, man. Like, not shady, but just what is his real goal, right? We don't know. Like, what is his real goal? And it's something to do with the One Piece and whatever he wants to do with it. So we're going to find out. Then we cut to Navy headquarters, and this is like the second hypest part. I mean, we got a lot of hype shit. This one was like number 2. And then we cut to the world government. We go and find out everything that pretty much happened there. They're calling Sabo the Flame Emperor. He's become a champion of the world for what he did and for his clash with the admirals over in Holy Land Marijoa. And what we find out is that Cobra was assassinated, was killed. They're saying Sabo assassinated King Cobra. I'm having a hard time believing that. To be honest with you, I'm having a hard time believing that. I think something happened and Cobra died. And my thinking is because Cobra, if you remember correctly back at the Reverie, Cobra wanted to talk to the Gorosei. So I'm thinking he either said something or wanted to do something that they did not agree with, and they did it, and they're putting the blame on Sabo because of the attack on Marijoa. And who knows? That's what I'm thinking. Or Sabo really assassinated him, but I don't think Sabo is going to assassinate King Cobra. It just doesn't make sense. So King Cobra's dead. A lot of people speculated this. They said there was a death, there was something else, and whatever. So King Cobra was the one who was died. He was sick anyway. He was dying, so he's dead. We find out that the Revolutionary Army attacked the Holy Land Marijoa where the Celestial Dragons are, and they basically tore down the dragon that represented the Celestial Dragons. It was a declaration of war. And then Fujitora and Green Bull went to battle with Sabo and the Revolutionary Army's captains. And apparently were successful in freeing Kuma and bringing him back to the Revolutionary Army. I wonder if Jewelry Bonnie had a hand in there because she was there as well. And she has ties to Kuma back to their old kingdom. So I wonder if Jewelry Bonnie helped out with this situation too. And they're not mentioning that. So they succeeded. They got Kuma back. And then from there, what we're hearing is like, Sabo has like this influence all throughout the world and everybody's going nuts and like rebelling and like the 8 countries that are not a part of the world government are like rising up and like basically everybody's like rising up for war. You know what I'm saying? So right now it looks like to me the Marines are probably going to be going heads up with the Revolutionary Army going forward and their country. So that's one war, and it seems like the pirates are going to have their own battles over the One Piece, and it's all just going to come together in a clash and just be hectic chaos from there, right? And there's just so much that's going on. It's just absolutely insane. Not just that Vivi was kidnapped, from what we're understanding here. Well, she went missing. It's either the Revolutionary Army, she's a part. Or Sabo grabbed her. Maybe she was in danger, and Sabo helped her out, and now she's a part of their ship, and that's what happened there. And they don't know, and no one knows that. Or someone else, anyone else here got VB and did something, but I personally think she's on the Revolutionary Army ship. That's just my opinion. Maybe Sabo did kill King Cobra by accident, and whatever, right? Maybe she was just like yelling at Sabo, and then Sabo ends up kidnapping her for some reason and explaining what's going on. I don't know, right? We'll find out what's going on here. And right now we got introduced to a new character, Criminal Army Affairs, and is investigating this entire situation and seeing how everything's connected here and like just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Akainu was just stressed out because he's just like, man, there's so much going on here. And apparently there was an attempted murder of Saint Charlos, one of the celestial dragons. They're saying that Saint Mosgard was someone's accused the criminals for trying to assassinate him or whatever. And right now it's just everything is so complicated, and and they're saying the link to most of these incidents are to Sabo, and he's starting a rebellion, and they're calling him the Flame Emperor, which is amazing. So what I'm happy about from this is like we're not going into another situation where Sabo was kidnapped or like killed or something like that. That would have been so stupid. And I'm glad Oda didn't go that route because I didn't want to go that route again over the flame fruit and Sabo. Nah, I just, didn't need to happen again. We don't need to repeat that. But what is happening is that people are rising up, and it looks like the Revolutionary Army's picking up steam, and they're going to be doing some stuff soon. And that's really interesting. So, to me, it seems like something. Here's the other thing, too. Like, the way they keep mentioning Sabo, there's a possibility he might become the leader of the Revolutionary Army going forward if something were to happen to Dragon. Maybe that links, maybe Dragon gets killed and then Sabo just ends up leading the Revolutionary Army. Who knows? We don't know where the story's going. But right now, I mean, it's an exciting time to be a One Piece fan. I'll tell you that. Because that's what it seems like to me. It seems like Oda is setting him up to be the leader of the Revolutionary Army going forward. So, and of course, they're recapping everything. They're saying, hey, his little brother just beat Kaido. He's doing this crazy stuff. Like, they got a lot of people getting behind him, and they could possibly gang up and take down the world government. So, and of course, Akainu's game. Like, Akainu's like, okay, really? We're going to strike back now. Like, I'm going to return fire. And we're going to set this shit back to normal, what it was. That's Akainu's stance. And I love that from Akainu. He's like, you think you guys got, okay, don't worry about it, bro. We're here. We're the world government still. I'm still a fleet admiral. I'm still a badass. Like, I will fire back, and don't worry about it. You're going to feel it when I fire back. And that's basically Akainu's stance. Anyways, guys, if you guys can, do me a favor, dislike this video down below, subscribe to the channel. I will have more One Piece content. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below about this chapter. This thing was just fire, like, all over the place, like, really good stuff. Everything about this chapter was great, and what a way to come back, man. I cannot wait to read the next chapter and what the hell is going on. Like, I swear, One Piece, the outside world stuff, my God, just always delivers, and we're starting to get a glimpse of what's happening. Shanks is at Wano, gonna meet Luffy. What's gonna happen there? Does he have a clash with Green Bull? Or maybe Blackbeard just shows up and just clashes with Shanks there. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Just let me know about your thoughts about everything down below, guys. What a wonderful chapter of One Piece. Loved every minute of it. I'm glad we're back. That 1 month long break felt like it was too long. But you know what? This chapter was paced well. This chapter was put together really well. And we got almost damn near everything in this chapter. This chapter is a 10 out of 10. Like, 20 out of 20. There you go. Like, this chapter is just too good. All right, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.